Welcome, one and all. We return to the Arbaal, the Undefeated campaign. Picking up where we left off, staring down Thyrus, warrior of the Empire. We are going to be fighting this next turn, as I am out of movement range. So, decided to recruit some Harpies. Just, if you've been watching my Elspeth campaign, I've been having some trouble with bats and direwolves. Been causing me a little bit of annoyances, so I figured, you know what, I'd join the squad and run around with my Harpies. Furies. I did it again. They're Furies. Run around with my Furies to attack those cannons and whatnot. Anyway, in the rest of the world, let's go up here. Do have, whoopsies, my cube button gets stuck sometimes. There we are. Azag, it looks like, is recruiting, actually, he force marched up there. Okay, he can recruit it in there as well, that's why. Skull Taker, I will be getting some more troops. Are you two still at war? Yes, you are. I'm just gonna cause problems for Azag. While the AI, you know what? I'm just gonna summon a little blood host here. I haven't done that, I think, at all this campaign, so this is what the blood host is. It's a random assortment of units. It's not always gonna be this stack, but you can also, through your technology, one of these. I don't particularly use blood hosts really at all. I mean, I'm not as familiar as I am with the Khorne campaign. I'm not really that much of a big fuss as to just get a host to run around. You can get some really good buffs for them, so they do become very, very useful if you do in fact use them. And in the early game, yes, it is useful. I just feel it's more of a, you know, state of the campaign, you know, as to summon these guys, because just doing it just because, I don't know. You also don't have to pay for them, by the way. This is a free army. Actually, my income did drop. It might not be free. I might be wrong about that. Valmir, you're still recruiting, yes? He's chosen. Wanted to see. Okay. They have an innate 60%. Most units with shields have better, as you can see, these units don't have, any missile block chance, whereas a unit with shields has a percentage chance of blocking small arms fire. Chosen is also small arms. Okay. It's just handguns and whatnot like that. Any artillery will just ignore that missile resistance or missile block chance. And that is actually a missile block chance, not a missile resistance. So that's a percentage chance to straight ignore the damage entirely. Gonna grab some warriors for you. You can come down this way. Gotta take out Raziak. I am considering doing a dwarf campaign, just for the fun of it. Let me know what might be desired. Once this campaign ends is when I would be starting a new campaign. So, really it's dependent on how long you want this campaign to go, I suppose. Just gonna raise it. Yeah, we've already got one settlement. Alright. Do the same thing over here. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Why did you go the other way, though? I would have preferred you to go back into the mountains. Very well. I might actually leave this Silver Pinnacle for my ally there. Let him expand out a bit more. He's been a little neutered over here. He's only got 2 provinces. It is turned 68 as well. So while I'm talking about it, the new campaign, again, will be starting after this ends. So I don't want to be running more than 2 campaigns at a time, just because I feel like that would be spreading everything a bit thin. So as long as this campaign has, you know, anything that you guys might want to see, if you just want me to see, like, conquer, you know, a certain part of each continent or something, I don't know, start making suggestions or something, if you do have any ideas already. The entirety of the map, again, there is this area, part of Mixu's expanded empires, expanded immortal empires, all of this area. We did confederate one of our lords down here, so we do actually have some troops over here. I do have 2 armies, I believe. I can make another and go to war with the rat, spread out something, go after that guy, or I don't know. We have nothing in Nagarond as well, so currently, like I said, I will be going for the short campaign challenges right after I get Thyrus. Essentially, is when I'm going to leave it up to you. So, if you would like to see me go for long campaign victory conditions, it's essentially just getting more challengers. That's the only thing that I haven't gotten. And I guess also this. So we can actually unlock another level, can increase my growth. All armies can get the Hungering Blades, or global recruitment duration. This would be good. Whenever you accurately time that, of course. I'm recruiting with Arbaal right now. His stuff is already 1 turn.
Mine is the duty.
We're just gonna go for that growth.
Is the reward.
I'll actually show off the higher levels of this, seeing as this campaign, like I said, may be ending next turn. So, oh, that'll be ending on a fun turn. Yeah, instantly replenish faction leader's army movement range. This hasn't really been too necessary. I mean, this is, of course, great for whenever you do need it, if somebody just keeps running away from you. But just with Khorne's mechanics of gaining movement range anytime you sack a settlement or raise a settlement or, what's the other one, defeat an army battle, you gain movement range for all of those. So if you're in a bad position, if you have lightning strike or whatever it is that you do have, you can just bounce around easy enough as long as there's enough stuff to hit. But of course, if things are more than 1 turn away, then that's when that's useful. Sailing across the world, maybe, because this also only goes for Arbaal's army. It isn't your entire force. So, like, if you just have Arbaal sailing across the world or something, or like I said, running after someone who keeps running away, that just replenishes his army, and then this summons a blood host. Also, like I said, something that I'm not really too keen on. I haven't done it at all in this campaign. Blood hosts are good, like I said. If you're in a bad position, you can just summon one. Like if you walk into the center of an enemy faction's like homeland, you know, like if Arbaal has a contract or a challenge for Alariel, I don't know, whatever her name is, one of the elves anyway, Tyrion or someone. And so you just teleport over here, then you can, in that case, it would be nice to raise a settlement or summon a blood host, and then you can have a second army to help take out other settlements and give you a bit more ground in here while you're over here attacking the challenger. So it can be good that way, or of course to just help you out if it's a really tough army. I don't know. It's really only good in those circumstances, pretty much. Still good though.
Khorne calls, we answer.
Not at war with you, am I? Nope. Can I join a war? Being a money grubber that I am? No. Oh my goodness. I cannot join anyone's war on you. And declaring war on you will be a declaration of war against so many people. Benefits of being an AI. You don't have to be at war with anyone. Alright. Well, you are now. Alright, we're gonna get ya.
War is Khorne.
It's just a few more wars for me, I'm not too concerned about it.
The blood calls.
I did, however, already forget if I was supposed to capture and occupy this, or do something else. What does this say?
To guard the ends.
That's not it, this one. Capture and occupy, okay.
Truth is war.
And now we got another one. Alrighty, so like I said, there are 2 of these Scylla creatures, each with their own ability line. I'm considering putting them in the same army or putting them in different armies. It's up to you, the viewers of the channel. Do I have space in his army?
We serve the greatest God.
I was gonna say, otherwise I'll just stick you in there. You also already got a legendary hero. There was another. There you are.
Blood is truth.
Alrighty. Do next. Did not move anyone down here yet. Yeah, Karn, you, and he is just recruiting, I think. I remember he's up in the Chaos North, so I'm not doing anything with him. Oh no, I'm preparing to fight the dwarf. That's true. Okay, we'll get some chosen for you. And then you are here. Gelt, you've come back.
Exalted bloodthirster.
These guys are not getting much punishment. I guess I do need to do something about this settlement. Close victory. I don't think it will be. I mean, some of the units again might die. I'm not very careful with these. Gelt. Gelt will definitely be the focus of the armies. Furies. Bloody hell. Sure. Can check out a battle at least once in this video. Hopefully we'll get another battle in here, but never too sure. Especially once the late game starts to happen. Just because turns can take a lot longer, you got a lot more to do with your empire, so more to manage. I don't think I ever finished my thoughts for the Old World campaign. Anyway, ADHD. So to finish the thoughts on the Old World campaign, I would be considering doing the Vampire Coast. Was my other feelings towards that map. I thought that might be interesting. So that would be between the dwarves and the undead pirates for me. For the Old World campaign. If you guys prefer to see anyone, toss in your vote or suggestion. Most liked or replied, voted, I don't know, commented. We'll take as the next suggestion. Where's Gelt? He's over there. Okay. You're right there. I think I will put you both in the same area. Back here. Nope, that's outside the map. Okay. You two are gonna... do this. Do this. We'll split the cab with them. And the heroes. Alrighty. Everybody ready? Ready? Let's go. Make sure they're all going as fast as they can. Oh, hello. About to hit conflict over here. You are gonna lose against them, yes. Okay, gonna win against them though. You can go over there. You'll likely get very him. You shall run into the side. Get rid of them. Yeah, these dogs are gonna get hurt. I'll just rampage everybody. There we go. Including Gelt. So he is actually going to run straight into something. I cannot activate abilities on anyone else. You are the only one that doesn't actually lose control. Everyone else is just going to run into combat wherever closest combat is. So this is also how to lose a bunch of your units, by the way. However, I want to ensure you die.
Embrace the fury. Praise the Blood Father.
Well, he did get one cast off, unfortunately. Okay. And I do now have control over my army again. So you... That life wizard is dead. You two can get over there. Alright, those dogs are gonna need help. Wow, you were done in by harpies. Okay, never mind, I see the knights now. That makes more sense. It also caused all of those mortars to unman themselves. That's fantastic. I didn't even think of that.
Blood for the Blood God. Exalted Bloodthirster. We are Carnage's rage.
Where did you go? There you go. I was gonna say, why are my bats, my harpies not attacking you? I cannot call them Furies for some reason. This is just the most difficult thing in my campaigns. Remembering what the bloody things are called. Alrighty. Yeah, good. Knights help that. Alright, I'm pretty sure I told you to attack them. Either that or I told you to attack them. I don't remember which one it was. I told one of you to do it though, I know that much. That button puts them into a group, by the way. This one down here.
Our Hellblades hunger.
Hello, why are you shooting at me? Stop your shooting.
Fist of God. Blood wrath of God. Heed the call of the Axe Father. Kill for corn.
No, nobody's allowed to run. Run down the biggest groups. Off guard mode. Run them down.
Carnage gives us battle. True, no.
Go.
Ruin.
Go. I thought I could await reinforcements. Huh. I was gonna give him a duel. Alright then. Well. Gelt, thanks for trying. That was a good defense. That map-wide rampage is actually very helpful. Yeah. I did this in I fought him in a multiplayer battle. Again, well, I didn't record it, unfortunately. But yes, that is very annoying. Because it does do that. It does make your artillery unman the guns. Makes them run into melee. Every other troop just, of course, runs into melee. Like, they keep their guns. They just run into melee. It's only because the artillery can only be engaged in melee if they are not carrying their artillery equipment. Fantastic. I lost 65 demons. Lost 65, okay. I mean, does that add up to 65? I don't care to do the math, but just glancing at it, it doesn't really look like it. You can absolutely correct me though if I'm wrong, because, like I said, I'm not gonna do that math. I'm too lazy. Alrighty, now I did need to take this element, yes.
Seize it. I grow more exalted.
I'm also gonna have to deal with the wood elves. I think we ought to build another army down here. Could put Abrax the Bloody down here. Otherwise, it's gonna be some of the legendary lords. Comment one of the representatives, Zinch, Nurgle, or Slanesh, if you'd like to see any of those. If you know the name, then you can, of course, say it. If you have a preference. I think I'm gonna go with a Herald. Maybe not. Leadership. Right, like, it's not that useful that they have flaming attacks, because he's already got flaming attacks. I think we're gonna go with the Lord of Rage here. And that is gonna go into Skulltaker's army. Alrighty. Check out. Sure. Buff up that health.
Exalted bloodthirster. Bloodlust. Court. Mightiest.
There we go. Hero not moved. Scylla, okay. Yes. The history of many exalted heroes, recorded in scattered chronicles by the free people of the old world, is a catalogue of woes and evil deeds. That's not much of a description, if you ask me. Ah, there we are. Scylla is a mindless beast, high in the favor of corn. His only desire to kill and maim in the name of his bloodthirsty god, and his destiny unlikely to hold little more than a violent death. tongue-tied. Scylla, yeah, is a mutated chaos spawn. Favored, but still a chaos spawn. Should I repair this? Sure. It'll do something for me, I guess. Maybe I can colonize those settlements. Oh no, Skaven. Okay. Never mind, never mind. I could sell this to Throth then. I could sell that settlement.
I am warlord.
It's turn 68, dude. Why do you still have an army of slave spears? We got one Jezzail and one Rat Ogre in there. Okay. Okay. Well, let's see what Thyrus is gonna decide to do. Where's the Empire? Here it is. What you gonna do, Mr. Gorman? Also, I will be well, I have a few plans today. So, the Elspeth campaign is going to be out likely this evening. But I do have some multiplayer videos that I would like to get out before that. So Elspeth might be delayed to be very late. However, there will still be a video out today for that campaign. I'm very shocked that I'm still only rank 2. Why am I only rank 2? Who is rank 1? $119 factions still in the game. Now, I did say also that, I'm not too sure actually if I put it in a video yet, but I am going to, as I guess started this video saying, be playing this campaign through to the short victory. Let me know if you'd like me to continue it to the long campaign, or if you'd just like to see me go through the crisis with it. The crisis I have made happen at turn 100, so we still have some time. What just happened? What just happened? Okay, I thought the army got wiped out, honestly. I was so confused. Okay, he's just moved up there. I thought this was Empire territory. I thought that they had gone to war and the Wood Elves came in and wiped him out in the entrance. I was just like, what happened? I don't know. Was that always Wood Elf territory? Did that always belong to Arbaal? What was I looking at? I don't know. I guess I just didn't even bother to read it. I just turned it into the forest surrounding it. I thought it was the Empire's territory. Oh well.
Ready to burn? I will hear your petition, but
You
make no
are going to die now because I need to take your skull. Templehof is also still alive.
I'd usually negotiate with my sword, but today you are lucky.
I was kind of tempted to see if he'd become my vassal. Do I want to give him a defensive alliance? I mean, seeing as I didn't need that settlement, I think I will. Well, we'll get a little bit more money from you.
The correct path.
Gonna make some friends with those Northmen. Oh wow, look. I guess that's where that army was headed.
Northmen come. Slaughter the sheep.
I'm fairly sure most of those are still marauders, though.
Nothing survives.
Anyway, let's go get into trouble.
Your fall is inevitable.
Mr. Thyrus, do you have better to offer than Bristonia? 30 minutes? Yep, we can see. Ooh, gotta get a good stretch. Oh no, I'm out of coffee. Now I can't jabber like a monkey. It's fine. ADHD makes me do that naturally, so don't need coffee. Alrighty. This is a map. He's got some good high ground. Now, what's interesting here is these units, because I've given them the buffs that I do, or that I did, they have this ballistic plating. So, clad in heavy plates designed specifically to protect against projectiles, this unit is capable of deflecting even direct cannon fire. I'm kind of wondering if I just want to sit there and just see if the cannons hurt me that much. It's a really stupid idea, I know that, but I think I'm curious. We're gonna find out. I'm sorry if this hurts you. Anyway. Deselect you. Alright. Now, and I will still be using the harpies to take out those. That is some movement range. Alright. Okay. Alright. Well, you have it, and you're definitely not striking off the cannon fire. Okay. Guys, it does not work. Just so you know. It does not work. They did not strike off the cannon fire. Alright, so then in that case, let's come over here and shut down these cannons. Thank you very much. Alright. Group 1, attack. Thank you. Lessons learned. Do not stop attacking.
Cultists of the Blood God. Sacrifice them. Strength through sacrifice. Mighty beyond imagining. All shall see.
Okay, that was, I bet, a great charge for those halberds. Who does... Oh, warrior priest, I was gonna say, who just YOLO'd into my chosen? That was stupid. Totally makes sense for a warrior priest, though. That was, yeah, accurate. Alright then, now, yeah, you're gonna get hurt over there. However, the artillery should definitely be unmanned. Okay, never mind. Those are still manned. Again, I'm not that careful with my harpies, so... Furies! Oh my god. One of these days I'm gonna remember. I hope. Alright, see, that's the bad thing also about having them in a control group, is that they all just group up on the same guy. What is happening here? I was gonna show off how cool, you know, the control group is to just lock and then charge, but nah. AI, still AI. You can actually stay there and kill him. Resume.
Cultist of the Blood God. Ritual of blood. His judgment's hand. A destroyer pulls me forth. Nothing will deter me.
I see you.
The destroyer! I show you true power.
Where was that? Up there? Wow. What kind of... Okay. Whatever.
cultist of the Blood God. Power of the wolf. The Axe-Father's blessing.
You're not supposed to be losing your target.
None will survive.
There goes the Lord.
Blood, wolf, and axe. Mutilate them. My savage reward.
Who are you? Okay, Arbaal Great Swords. Yeah, that's an unbreakable unit. Okay. So they're gonna sit there and die. That's a choice of honor. This thing is also unbreakable. You... yeah. Can just ensure all of these units die. Thank you.
Servant of the Murder Lord.
How many are left? 11. Alright. There we go. It's gonna go by fast. One man is still... there it is.
Rage
Yep.
embodied.
He killed the other steam tank in that time.
Doom follows.
Alright. 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 32, 32, 60, 60, 60. Oh my god, really? The harpies didn't die! They took a lot of damage. Do I? What is? Cannot die. Oh. Entities in this unit take damage but cannot die. That's hilarious. That also is extremely devastating for a unit of harpies because they deal a lot of damage, especially harpies of furies. God damn it! Especially furies of Khorne. Like, out of all of the furies, they are the most obvious. Well, like they have the highest damage output capacity, ability. One of those words. And so for that, I mean, that's definitely something unique to Arbaal and the stuff that I have equipped him with, the gear. I know that there is one of those items that affects my Chosen. I can see it on the ability card, but I didn't see it on their card, and it's not named the same thing for the Chosen. It's got the Chosen have the same ability as Slayers for dwarves. The unit has to take half damage before they start taking losses. So as long as the unit still has half its health, all of the models will remain alive. However, I mean, based on the look of it, that might be what the Harpies had, because they were only down to half health. All three of them, but still. That's remarkably lucky, I guess. Fortunate that they were only brought down to half health. Yeah. Yeah, if you can't mitigate their damage when they're coming in on the charge like I did to the bats with all my guns in the Elspeth campaign, then obviously all that damage output that they're capable of still hits you, so that's really, really strong on a unit like that. There is the Chainsword. Okay, so this is the completion of the short victory. Passive ability increases up to 300% your base weapon damage and your armor piercing damage. The maximum intensity being at 500 kills. Once you've reached 500 kills, you have 300% bonus. That's what that means. And every kill that you make up to 500 will increase that percentage-wise. Also makes a unit unbreakable. Increased attack by 20%. It's strange how it does not have any Khorne corruption. That's weird. But it also has plus 250 to that. And these are just the base addition to your stats. That will then increase it again. There we are. And there's the short victory.
Arbaal, the Undefeated!
Now, I'm gonna go over here and auto this.
Oblivion.
Yep, he gave me losses. Auto resolve does not take into account unit abilities. Alright, so for the future, I guess, like I was saying, you're all gonna have to let me know however much it is decided. So, whatever comment gets the most likes, I guess, will be, or upvotes, I don't know, shares, something like that. How do you, what's the YouTube algorithm terminology that I'm looking for? I don't know. Tell your friends, pretty much is what I'm trying to say. Tell your friends about this campaign, you know, if they want to see more slaughter, if you guys wanted to see the destruction of the chaos, of the crisis at turn 100, or it'll be actually after turn 100 likely. So we'll be going through a lot more turns. I would definitely appreciate some custom objectives if you guys want to see this go further, because like I said, the only thing that the game is going to have me do is just hunt down more of these targets. That's it. And it is nice to go around and see the world, but I don't know, I enjoy the thematic aspect of it as well, meaning for me personally, the only thing that I might look forward to is fighting the Lizardmen, because after the Skull Taker died, this was taken over by Itza, so the Lizardmen are definitely going to be a very large force over here. Being Hexawaddle and Itza, I'm guessing that the Red Crest is also still alive down there, Tahanoan, I think. So that could be fun for me, just because thematically Chaos versus Lizardmen, they're big rivals. Otherwise, I'm kind of thinking about starting that Old World campaign. So let me know where your head's at, everybody. Comment section down below. Until then, without any further ado, goodbye for now. Peace to all.